Josie here with emotional wisdom. How are we all doing today? Hopefully good. I'm doing really good, for those that asked. So, today I want to discuss a topic, a concept, an idea. Healing trauma. For my level of perception is when you're able to experience the opposite of what caused the trauma originally. So I'm going to repeat that. Healing trauma, or starting the journey of that healing process, is being able to experience the opposite of what caused the trauma originally. So let me give you an example. Let's say you have abandonment issues, and they're really more geared from men, right? You notice that you lack the ability to create intimacy and let your partner in because essentially you fear. You fear that when you open yourself and you let him in, that he'll leave and he'll abandon you. And you are left with what? An unpleasant emotion. When you are left with that unpleasant emotion, that is the very thing that you fear. That is what you are afraid of immensely. So therefore, you live your life choosing to close your heart. It's easier and it's safer. So you deem it to be. Of course, you miss out from deep emotional pleasures because it's impossible to feel deep joy, deep intimacy that gives you that feeling seen sensation if you have your heart closed, or if you only give 10% of it. You only receive 10% of that fulfillment, that love, that acceptance, if you will. So, going back to the concept of healing trauma is when you're able to experience the opposite of what caused the trauma. So let's say your dad, right? That masculine father figure, that protection figure, abandoned you, left you, or simply rejected you most of your life, your childhood life. You then grow with this idea that you're not worthy for that kind of connection, or you just don't know how it looks like. So you essentially don't believe that you can have that deep, intimate connection. You know, that safety, that safe space, that protection from a masculine energy or from a feminine energy in this case, you know, it goes either way, right? But for simplicity's sake, we're going to reference a woman dating a man. I suffered from intimacy, opening up my heart to men. But anyway, that's why I can speak from that truth. So if that was your trauma, then what that then means is that you would have to experience, essentially, embody, integrate, process it in your whole felt perception, feeling protected, feeling loved, and feeling accepted by a man, by masculine energy, by a parental, if you will, figure too. Because your partner tends to give us that, if you will. If we have that deep bond, they tend to give us that fulfillment of safety, security, of being heard, seen, validated, and all that good stuff. Opening the doors of healing that would require for you to re-experience that trauma, see it, hear it, validate it, know that it was there for a reason. No, there's nothing wrong with you other than you weren't given what you needed. So the body traumatized itself, fractured. Then we chose to disassociate. So when that happens and we're able to go back into that space, relive it, and we then give it all of this, what we need, right, from us first, then you take it to the next level of healing, of integration. And that is you physically attracting someone, or you choosing to open your heart with someone. Choosing to take that vulnerable risk of being seen. And when you choose that with an actual tangible person, because you have to re-experience it with someone else. That's the thing. You can't just heal by yourself and say, I'm done. The real meat, the real lesson, the real learning is by re-experiencing it with someone else. Because that's a whole different game. You're dealing with someone outside of you that you have no control in. You have no control of what they're going to say, do, and be, right? So we're afraid of being rejected. So when you open up to that person and you allow yourself become vulnerable to be heard, seen, validated, now that is when you're healing and integrating on a deeper level. Because when you are receiving that you only gave to yourself and never had experienced in the past, but now you're experiencing by virtue of you giving it to yourself, you tasting it through you, and then now materializing it, now physically practicing with someone else, is when you really, really start feeling supported from the outside world. You start believing, you start trusting in life. You start being able to take life in without the fear of it not sustaining you and holding you. Think of that. To really heal a trauma, to start the healing process, is by you experiencing the opposite of that trauma. The opposite of what got you to be fractured, fearful, unsafe, not supported. So yes, try it. Parent yourself. And through that, you can trust another to see you with all the love and full acceptance. Josie.